Hi, and welcome to RickSwanRacing. I am back again. Jumping on, still troubleshooting some stuff here. Had some weird camera stuff going on. But tonight I'm back in AMS2, trying to give that another shot. The other day when I did AMS2, it was a mess. But it was fun. I had a good time running at VIR. But now that Low Fuel Motorsports has released their schedule, change camera over. Now that Low Fuel Motorsports has released their schedule and we're starting to get actual races on the circuit here as they're out of beta, I guess you would say. We finally got the schedule out. So this is going to be IMSA at Monza. And so what I'm going to do, the race starts in about a half hour. So I'm going to do a little bit of practice here. I got about 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to do a little bit of practice, try to get my feet wet a little bit, and run the back in the BMW M4 GT3. I'm going to run that at Monza a little bit, try to get my feet wet a little bit, try to get warmed up so that I can do my 8 o'clock race. So I'm going to jump in and do that, and making sure all the cameras are going here. And yeah, let's get on with it. I'm going to run around a little bit. And I can already see, I'm going to take a second and adjust the cameras because I had to do a Ginetta Cup car race to be able to get out of rookie to get into my licensing, and I think they've got me at bronze plus or something like that. So I got to take a second here, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. I got to make some adjustments to the screen here to. Oh, let me see. I got to move my seat forward. I'm way too far back, but I had to make some adjustments on the Ginetta because it was just weird. So right about there, I'm going to move my seat maybe up a little. How does that look? Maybe a little farther forward. That looks a little bit better. How about that? We will, we're going to give that a try. See if I got to save that right there. And we shall resume. Now I can actually see out the car. Change that back so you can see what I'm seeing, and let me do a quick time check. So I got about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to get out here and run around a little bit. Some practice in, and I'm trying to think if I've actually run Monza in AMS2. I've done it a lot in LeMans Ultimate. I've done it a lot in iRacing, but
all clear on pit exit.
I don't remember if I've done it in AMS2, so I guess I better.
Got cold brakes all around, be careful.
This car sounds awesome. I think their race, I want to say it's like a half hour IMSA-ish race. Yeah, I don't think I've run Monza here on this set. Get my tires up to temp a little because they're super squirrely. It's always interesting to see how tracks are represented in different sims, how much detail they put in. it's also interesting too, the field of view, how it differs from like how tight it feels versus how wide it feels on different sims. Alright, let's see, I got a chat message here. Give me a sec, I'll check it. Yeah, I mean, was it Callamore? Sorry, I'm trying to drive, and Callamore TV. Yeah, AMS2 is really pretty. It looks good. It looks real good to me. It sounds great. I think those are, sure, there's certain people who are like, I don't like the feel of it. Yeah, I can understand that. It's definitely a little odd at first, getting used to the feel of the sim, especially if you jump in. Like last week, I did that race where I went from LMU to right into AMS, and it was weird. But yeah, no, AMS2 looks beautiful. I'm really hoping that they can add, I hope they decide to add some more North American tracks. Checking that message, it scrolled off to the side. I got the window too far over. Yeah, I did a Ginetta race last night to try to get out a rookie, and it was odd. I'd never driven it, especially the Cup car. And it was pouring during practice and during quality. It was crazy slippery. So, as far as the force feedback, I personally find that AMS2 gives a lot of resolution, and to me, even better than iRacing, to be honest. There's more detail. Some people have actually said, almost in a way, that AMS2 gives an unrealistic, I don't remember who it was, but there was a streamer that I saw that said, on YouTube, that said, but they felt that AMS2 maybe gave too much definition. Again, you can always turn that down. I find the force feedback to be good, but the big issue that a lot of people have with it is they say that the cars feel like floaty or squishy, that they're slipperier. And the first lap or two in AMS2 is real slick, and you got to be paying attention a lot. LeMans Ultimate does that too, but I would argue that AMS2 is more apparent.
Color ties all around.
It definitely is a little floatier. Now, as far as level of realism, I couldn't tell you. I've never driven a GT3, so I can't really say. I think right now, a lot of people are saying that as far as level of realism, LMU is doing a really great job of that.
And I might jump on an LMU race, a Le Mans Ultimate race, after this one, depending. But no, these I have found the you say it looks like fun. It's a blast, man. I tell you, the even the AI racing is some of the best racing I've had on a sim. In my opinion, I love it.
Your front brakes are getting a bit hot.
I'd have to turn my spotter up a little bit. But yeah, you know, so for now I'm just doing a little bit of warm up before the actual session opens. But I will say, you know, graphically, really great, and the audio is really good. This sounds a lot like a BMW M4 GT3 in my opinion. And those I have seen a lot of.
Your lap time was 154.3. Good lap. That's your best in the session.
Next time around, I gotta take some notes on what fuel looks like. Time check over here. About 10 minutes or so.
That last lap was at 152.8. That's your quickest lap.
Hard on the ABS there. Just saw the lights flashing on my dad. Traction control kicking in a lot there. Turn that down a little bit. Shadows making it hard to see the apex here. That's one thing about the BMW, it seems to like to soak up bumps pretty well.
That was at 152.8.
Saw a car last year. I wanted, or actually, I think it was, yeah, it was 2024. I think it was a GT race where I think it was, I want to say it was an Aston Martin. Lost it in that corner and hit one of those sausages sideways, and it flipped the car. It was just a vicious accident. I saw it on YouTube. It was like, wow. It looked really ugly. I'm pretty sure the guy was okay though. Yeah, once with this sim, once the tires are up to temp, it's a lot more forgiving. But man, those first 2 or 3 laps are scary. Check my time again. 5-10 minutes.
You've just done a 152.4. That's now 10 per second off your best. Sides are cold.
One more lap, maybe 2, we'll see.
That lap time was 151.1. That's your best lap in this session.
Oops. Cut it in there too hard. A little bit of trail braking. You nearly lost the ass. It turned a lot harder than I expected. I expected it to slide a little more, but I had all the weight on the front of the car, so the rear was likely really light, and it just pitched right around. Added a little trail braking, and surprise! Yeah, I just did it again. Bad habit sometimes. Check the time. I'll do one more lap and then go check on the official session. Actually, looks like I'm about to run out of fuel anyways, so I'm probably going to run out of fuel on this lap. Let's see, what's it say?
1 gallon left.
1 gallon. Oh, I'm going to get to walk, I think. Might explain why the tail's getting a little light too, I guess, if I got no fuel. Well, I'm going to pit this time around anyways. I mean, really, I just wanted to get some laps in at MOZA on this sim, and then get a sense of what my lap times are going to be, so I can figure out how much fuel I need to carry in the actual race.
Got half a gallon left.
That should be enough to get me there, hopefully.
We've got cold tyres, so we need to get some heaters now.
Alright, time to pit.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Alright, so let's make note of the lap times real quick. Alright, so it was just shy of 2 minutes for a lap. I gotta make some notes here. Gotta do some math and stuff here when it comes to the actual race. So I'm gonna jump out of this session and go get ready for the actual race. Once the mouse responds. All right. Gonna go check Low Fuel Motorsports and see when their servers are gonna come up. Hopefully here. Got about 3 minutes before the server starts. So we'll just kind of hang tight here. See if I can figure out. Let me go back to the main menu. multiplayer. Drag that on over. Yep, so I'm going to be, it looks like they're putting me, right now there's only 8 people signed up, and they're putting me in split number 1. Let's see how long the race is. Looks like it's going to be a 30-minute race, so that's going to give me some numbers to work with for how much fuel I'm going to need. So I'm going to do some quick math here for a 30-minute race at about 1.8 minutes per lap. So that makes it, looks like about 16.7 laps in a 30-minute race. And I always buffer that, so I always go with 2 or 3 extra laps because I have yet to find one that's that accurate. And plus, my lap times tend to get better as I become more familiar with the track and things start working out a little bit better for me, typically. So we will probably go with, let's call it 19 laps of fuel. And I'm sure I could be more accurate. I could cut it closer and be more cautious, but I think 19 laps is probably pretty safe. All right, so we've got about a minute and a half before the server comes up. And let's fix the filter. What are they calling it? 176653. Won't be up yet, but I can at least 176653. It shouldn't show anything there because there shouldn't be any server active unless they're using the same numbers as the previous race. 176653. Nope, nothing yet. Yeah, pretty much planned on that. Got about 40 seconds left, and I don't think it's supposed to rain on this one. Thank God. Makes for a interesting race. Yeah, try not to cough into the mic. I'm still trying to get over this being sick over the holidays garbage. All right, about 8 seconds, 7 seconds to the server. Split 1. There's only 8 people signed up. That's really weird. I wonder why that is. Well, hopefully there's a few people going to race. 8's not a lot. All right, supposedly the server's up. Let's check it out. Or it's about to come up. Well, I hope there's more than 8 people. 8 people, that's not a lot. I mean, at all. Oops, try it again. Sometimes it doesn't take the first time. It gets weird sometimes. It did that to me the other day too. I'm actually going to restart it. No, I don't want to restart it. You really want to let me into this race. There we go. Whoa, I am definitely not in the Porsche. GT3, BMW. That's the one I want to drive. Bam. Well, maybe I will be the only GT3 in this race. That'll be interesting. It'll be me and a whole bunch of prototypes. Well, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, good. We at least got one other GT car. Well, if this ends up being a really anticlimactic lame race, I might just do the race, and then I think somebody just left. The other guy left. What the hell? Oh, and then I'll just do the race and see where it goes, and then maybe I'll see if I can jump into LMU if nobody ends up doing this. Or maybe I'll get brave and I'll go back and I'll redo that AI race with VIR and not get my butt handed to me again. Well, let me join. If not, it's going to be a stupid small field. I just wonder if some people maybe haven't done the licensing stuff yet, or whatever. I don't know. I hope we end up with a better turnout. It's going to be a very small field. Well, that's a bummer, but. Guess we can at least get out there for a minute or two.
There's a car approaching, stay in your lane. Brake temperatures are low, we need to get some heat into them. Checkered flag, P2. Right side, clear right.
Just waiting for the time to end here. I'm going to pull over and go back to the pits. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hopefully some more people show up. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of...
That's the end of the session, P2.
Go back to the pits here. Looks like, alright, so there'll be three of us, 3 GTs in this, and then like 3 or 4 prototypes. Only do about 4 laps for qualifying. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It'll be a half-hour race, and like I said, I'll jump over after this race, depending on what time it is and how this goes. I might just decide to jump into LMU or do something else. Either do another AMS race. It's kind of a bummer to not see more people, you know, on this, but maybe nobody wanted to sign up for it, or maybe nobody's done the license thing yet. You can do it. Yeah, well, we'll see, Trickster. You know, I don't know. I don't know how good these other guys are, but it'll be fun either way. If not, it gives me some good lap time. It'll be nice to see more people jumping in to AMS2. Maybe get some bigger splits, because there was only one split. Yeah, I mean, I really tried to do kind of almost like an augmented thing, right? You know, the roll bar's real, the netting's real, all of this is real, the dash is real, camera, my flagging display is real. Yeah, I mean, I tried to get it to blend as much as I could, you know, without doing VR. Yeah, well, G29 is a good place to start, you know. It's a real good place to start. I started something pretty similar about 4 years ago, same way, and I've just kind of, I mean, I built all this. I mean, literally printed the wheel, literally printed and designed the screen, literally printed and designed the button box. So that's half the fun of it to me. All right, just gonna wait for qualifying. Well, and like you said, that's actually what I'm shooting for, you know, is trying to blur the lines of like where does the screen, you know, where does the screen start and where does the you know, where does the screen start and where does the dash end? Yeah, I've actually got, I have a 3D printer. I was an engineer way back. I was a mechanical engineer in the plastics industry. Did a lot of CAD work before I got into business and other degrees. But, you know, I do use some simple CAD systems to design some of this stuff. Kind of waiting to see if they're going to let us qualify. What's going on? You know, so designed like the box and the display. Kind of waiting to see, are we going to drive or what? Hello, server. Kind of stuck in limbo at the moment. Yeah, these bezel kits help a lot. Blur it all together. Yeah, I've actually, honestly, I did this on Tinkercad. I did that on Tinkercad. I did this on Tinkercad because I didn't want to pay for any licenses. And then, sorry, I'm just pausing because I'm trying to figure out why we're not qualifying at the moment. Hello? Go back to lobby. Let's all go out and back in. Try rejoining your host. Alright, so let me get out and try to come back in. Looks like it bugged out on everybody. See if I can rejoin the session. How much you want to bet it completely blew me out of the session? And now I won't be able to get back in because it'll be like, oh, you're disqualified. All right. Give me a sec. Yeah. All right, back in. Okay. Oops, I'm not even in the right car. Let me go get on the right car. BMW. Now I'm in the right car. Now, guess we'll find out. Yeah, I want to try Fusion 360. I just haven't gotten there. Mainly, I do RC. I do the sim stuff, but I also do RC planes and stuff too. And so I've been using the using Tinkercad to design components for that, and for this, you know, like the dash display. Again, this is just a Walmart tablet inside of a housing with an Arduino running all the lights, talking to SimHub. So it's, you know, that's, to me, that was half the fun of it, of creating an affordable, simple dash display. The wheel itself, I did not design this, but I took someone else's design and modified it. Yep, I do drones too. I do drones, I do planes. I got my Part 107 so that I can fly commercial drones for business purposes. And then my wife and I also, and my youngest, we do motorsports photography sometime too. So I'm kind of hoping I can get an opportunity to actually run. Oh, now I can join. Let's see if I can join now. Yay. So that I can film motorsports from the air as well as with camera. So SimHub is pretty much an essential app if you want to run any peripheral telemetry, lighting, base shakers, dashes, custom dashes, all of this stuff. Oops, I gotta go qualify now. But yeah, SimHub is great. It's very, very cheap to get the licensed version of it, and I think there's even a free version you can get too. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. All right, I gotta check my strategy real quick here because I gotta qualify since everything bugged out. I got 4 laps for now. And so yeah, so like my lighting, all of this lighting, the dash, everything is running on SimHub. I highly recommend it. You know, if you're playing on a computer, that's the only way to do it, really. You know, and then I have a spotter, crew chief, that he calls out stuff. Tells me the fuel, tells me yellow flag, blue flag, anything you need to know as a spotter.
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors. Okay, Rick. We've got 5 minutes to set a lap. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
So yeah, if you start sim racing, you know, on a PC, crew chief and sim hub are both pretty much essential to add features. Well, yeah, I mean, I actually designed this cage. There's actually a full cage around me that's made out of PVC that is modeled after the BMW GT3 cage. Little creativity with hot glue, 1.5 inch PVC, and a heat gun. Yeah, no, it definitely works with iRacing. Yep, absolutely. It works with most everything, I think, really. I mean, they support a lot of platforms, both SimHub and Crew Chief. And definitely work with iRacing. Got enough time here to at least get a good hot lap in. About 4 minutes, so should be able to get 2 decent fast laps in. Tires are still cold.
Just done a 150.2. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go, E3. Just done a 147.3.
I can get one last lap out of it or if it's going to cut me off. Nope. Scares the hell out of me whenever it does the autopilot thing. Makes me jump out of my seat. It's terrifying. It's like, ah! You think your force feedback is turned
30
off.
minutes, P4.
Alright, so I gotta check my setup. I gotta make sure I got enough fuel. I'm gonna do 19 laps. There, perfect. That should be good. 19 laps. I think I calculated it about 17, but I don't trust my numbers. I'm ready. I'm sure I'm not going to be as fast. Well, at least there's 4 of us in this class. Actually, it looks like 8 overall, so 4 prototypes, 4 GT3s. I'm slow. This will be fun. See if I can not die. That'll be fun either way. I hear a helicopter going over my head. It's the police. I will say that's one of the cool things about AMS2. The sound is so good. Fix my little bezel thing here. It keeps popping off. And my camera. Camera guard. Alright, about 20 seconds left. Ah, there's that sound. Man, this game scares the hell out of me. No, the helicopter is in the game.
P4. Okay, Rick. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble.
Take it super easy first lap. Yeah, no, that helicopter was in game. And that little beep noise scared the hell out of me. Bye, buddy.
Nos is leading the race.
Very, very cold tires.
On your right. He's still there. Clear right.
Ah, get over. Couldn't get over. Not a big fan of when people force passes like that. I mean, in real life, I don't know if they would have done that or if they would have waited. It's all good, though. All good. It's a long race. It's a 30-minute race, so I got some time. A little bit of luck. Some of these guys will eat the wall at some point. One guy's already gone off, so.
Yeah, it's getting
Yeah, I mean F1 and NASCAR definitely, it's a whole lot of rubbing sheet metal. F1 is just, those cars are so delicate, you know, it's so aggressive. You know, GT racing, I love GT racing. It's my favorite, aside from like rally. Shit. Get over. Trying to not spin out. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I know I went out of track limits. Thanks for pointing that out. Tires are just not up yet. Slippery. Well, the thing about racing too is, you know, some forms of racing, it's almost like MMA. People expect to see the accidents, which is
Guy in front is
it's off again. You know, it's appeasing the crowd. You know, I mean, small town short track racing and stuff. I mean, that's the fun part, right? Is watching somebody out and up on their roof. You know, you're talking about $500,000 cars and stuff like that. It gets expensive.
Your front brakes are getting pretty hot.
Yep, they are. I locked up the ABS hard on that one. Let's see if I can turn it down a notch here. No, I definitely don't want it. But it definitely makes it interesting when people are shoving each other around a lot, for sure.
The gap to V2 ahead is increasing. It's now 6.0.
Try to stay off those runoffs. It's like British touring car racing or Australian supercars are just insane.
Right side tyres are cold.
Yeah, no, the Aussies are crazy. Well, the Aussies are crazy, I think, in just about everything they do. Rally racing's a whole nother thing. That's actually where I kind of come from. I used to rallycross, time trial style. But where I live, it's all kind of rally mecca up here in the Northeast. Yeah, almost missed that corner. Too much dog. But yeah, no, rally's crazy. I mean, those guys are on a whole nother level. It takes huge amounts of dedication to go that fast through forest. You know, where the driver relies entirely on the navigator. He's off again, dude. Don't pull out in front of me. Unsafe re-entry there, dude. I'm sure he's mad because it's the second or third time in a row I think he's done that. Yeah, it does. I mean, for sure. Rally's amazing, but you know, I've had friends get killed doing it and friends get injured doing it. Because yeah, in rally, if you have an off, it's a tree, it's a rock, it's a cliff. There's no forgiveness, and stuff happens, you know. I mean, here in North America, there's been plenty of really great rally drivers that have met an end to an unfortunate event. But yeah, I mean, huge amounts of dedication to commit to. It's still fucking cold here, but yeah, I mean, that's why rallycross was fun. You know, it was a hell of a lot safer. You can still get out and play in the mud and the dirt, ice and snow. And but yeah, no, I mean, rally drivers are on a whole nother level. You know, zero visibility, 10 o'clock at night in the snow on ice. You know, it's like, you're insane. Yeah, and I mean, I have a huge amount of respect too for like F1 guys too, or anybody that races. Endurance drivers are crazy. I'm actually headed to the Rolex in 2 weeks to film, and you know, it's those guys are running at 2 a.m. in the dark, and you get tired.
The gap to V2 ahead is increasing. It's now 3.4 seconds.
What's this going on? Somebody went in the pits. Interesting.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
Hoping this McLaren decides to loop it again. I wouldn't mind.
This is looking good. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
I just went through the sand. I broke way too late on that. From all the prototypes.
As the car's approaching, head right, car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
See if these guys can stay out of me. I'm more afraid of the prototypes.
Blue flag. Clear right.
that guy's catching me now. Yeah, I mean, prototypes are a blast. I have done a lot of prototypes in sims. They were so much fun.
He's gaining on you. The gap's now.
They're so quick, though. They're so quick. You got to be on your toes. Yeah, this guy's going to pass me. Very likely. Go down the middle, see what he decides to do.
Car right.
Why is he so much faster? What the hell?
Still there. Right side's clear.
I've heard that the Lamborghinis and the Audis in this sim are overpowered, but could also be a setup. I didn't really do anything with my setup, so that's all good. Some of those prototype drivers are crazy. I'll get lapped one more time with those guys.
Alright, Rick. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Nail and record.
got 11 minutes left. Rumble strip just likes to hook you and hold you out there. Punishment for running too wide.
Okay, Rick, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Real wide. Yes. There's a helicopter again. Prototypes again. These guys come up wicked fast.
Left side, clear left.
Only one though. I wonder where the other ones are.
Okay, Rick, there's a faster car approaching. Car right side's clear.
I thought all the prototypes came through last time as one big bunch, so I wonder what happened. Maybe a bunch of them died off.
Stay on it, keep digging. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a bunch of them in a tight group when they came through the first time. So maybe some of them have had unfortunate events. Well, I'll be last in class, and that's okay. I'm still kind of trying to get around AMS2.
The car ahead's pitting now.
Oh, are you? I guess you miscalculated your fuel.
Let's move past the cars behind. They're racing for position.
Yeah, it could be.
You need to push if we're going to hold this position.
The guy in front of me, the GT in front of me, just pitted for fuel.
Blue flag, P3. Car right. Clear right.
So now the challenge is to stay ahead of him. Well, at least I'm entertaining, right? Yeah. I may not be fast, but at least I'm interesting. I'm pretty on the inside. But yeah, that's why I stream. I try to make it fun. Get to engage with people. Talk about sim racing and sim building and photography and whatever, really. Oh shit. Oh. Let's talk about gravel. How about gravel? And how I don't like gravel. Yeah, that was a pretty dumb move, but oh well. 2 minutes left, so probably maybe 2 laps. 1, maybe 2. Probably 2.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't recommend gravel unless you got gravel tires and you're in a rally car or a truck. Yeah, I recommend it, man. You know, if you build in a cockpit, it's a lot of fun. I mean, my entire cockpit is actually, I mean, the frame of it is 2x4. And then the cage is PVC. You know, I have an actual scale door on here that's made out of cardboard laminated with fabric and wood glue to make it kind of like poor man's fiberglass. The nets, I mean, the nets are all nylon that are hot glued together with a bunch of 3D printing to make the quick release hardware, tensioners, and all the other quick releases. I think it's going to be one more lap. It says 16 seconds. So I'm hoping it's one more. Yeah, I mean, if you could build it out of metal, build it out of metal for sure, but when I built this thing, I was going for cheap and easy. Yeah, I don't have motion, but I have two bass shakers that are just eBay, Dayton Audio, two Dayton Audios, and then a knob sound mini amp, 30, not very high watt. I don't recall off the top of my head, but it's their small 2-channel amp, you know, simple plug and play amp. I'm actually probably going to replace one of my Dayton Audios with a smaller Dayton Audio and mount it to the brake pedal so I can get some haptic feedback for the ABS. But again, SimHub runs all of that. So like, if you you know, if you download SimHub and then buy the subscription or whatever they're called, the license for it, which is, it's nothing, it's really cheap, and you like working with electronics, yeah, you can do anything under the sun with Arduinos and screens. But haptics, I really highly recommend haptics. They make a big difference to me. Pretty sure that guy gave up a spot because he had to take fuel. So I gained back my P3. Go on to Thingiverse.
Great drive, that's a podium.
Go online and check out Thingiverse, or just Google it, and there's a lot of really good designs. So autopilot again. There's a lot of really good designs out there that people put time in. You know, you can buy the design for not a lot of money, and I highly recommend it. You can have a lot of fun with it. But you know, designing it, I mean, it's a little bit challenging when you try to do the quick release. I mean, for you, here, I'm going to jump out of, actually, I'm going to see, I wonder if I can do the replay. Maybe I can do a replay? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can't. No, I guess I can't do the replay, but I'll go, we'll just chat for a sec here before I log out. So, yeah, I mean, designing it's not hard, you know, if you're tech savvy at all, you know, electronics or 3D design and stuff like that. And then if you're 3D printing, you can do whatever you want, you know, but there's a lot of people have put some effort into making some really great designs. Again, you know, the BMW wheel that I've got right now, somebody else designed it, but I wanted to use a particular board with it, a plug and play USB game controller board, called Lewis Bodner. I'm trying to make sure it's Bodner anyways, but it's all plug and play, and I wanted to use a 32 channel board, and so I had to alter the design to make it a little bit thicker to take the board, and or Leo Bodner, that's what it is, sorry, and to be able to take the quick release. Now, the thing that you may run into, you were talking about getting a G29 or whatever, you may have a hard time with that model wheel, and depending on how much money you're getting the wheel for, you may want to consider just saving up and buying yourself like a MOZA R5 bundle, you know, where you can get a non-gear driven force feedback direct drive with the quick release, with a round wheel, and then, you know, from there down the road you can just get other wheels, you know, just bam, plug them right in, you know, anything in the MOZA architecture will work. You know, my younger son, you know, he bought the R5 setup bundle. You know, he's used some of my wheels on his thing because it just plugs in and everything lights up and the automation works properly. And then for Christmas, he got the truck wheel because he likes the truck simulator stuff. So, so yeah, to your point, and I'm looking at the chat, you know, the G29 doesn't have a quick release, so you're not really going to be able to do anything easily with that. And again, depending on how much money you're looking to spend, off the top of my head, I know around Christmas, MOZA was doing crazy good sales on the bundles. You know, for a little bit more money, you might be able to get yourself a direct drive wheel that allows you a lot more upgradability, a lot more optimization, and arguably the G29 is a good place to start. And if that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. Well, you know, millions, thousands, if not millions, of sim racers have started their sim racing with a G29. So, okay, so you say you got a budget of about $300. Just for giggles here. I'm going to Google it because I'm curious now. Bear with me. R5 bundle. Just out of curiosity. So, you know, here, hold on a second. I got a cough. So case in point, you know, I'm seeing ads on here for the R5 bundle. So you're getting the wheelbase, the wheel, a round wheel with a D-shaped wheel, so it's got the flat bottom, and then the pedals that are braking that for $439. It is definitely more, you know, but hands down, if you are interested in sim racing, you may want to just hold out, try to come up with another $100-$150. And if you got like a micro center near where you live, I mean, there's great places you can buy the bundles and all the stuff. You know, there's tons of them that there's one in particular that's great that I tend to go to a lot that's in the Northwest. But you know, if you had, like, for example, a micro center that you was nearby, take a drive, go play with stuff. You can put hands on that, and they tend to have a lot of those bundles. But you know, for just over $400, you can get yourself a really, really good wheel. Because one of the things you're going to find with the G29 is, being gear driven, it just doesn't feel the same as a wheel that is neither belt driven nor gear driven. That's just direct drive. So it really depends on, you know what. Sorry, I'm just reading your text here. Well, yeah, I mean, let's talk about that if you want to. You know, again, if it means waiting another month, I personally, you know, it's your money, your decision. You do what you want to do, for sure. But if you could wait another month to go from a G29 to like a MOZA R5 bundle, hands down, go with the MOZA, because that wheel will last you a lot longer down the road if you really become passionate about sim racing. You know, as far as force feedback, I'm pretty certain the R5 has stronger force feedback than the G29, but it's also greater resolution and detail because you're not dealing with having a belt and having the gears and everything that are going to be dealing with that. Like, because I had something, I had the 920 or whatever it was, I had the 29 or something like that. Now again, I'm also assuming that you're trying to play on a computer, but you know, I just think that, you know, you probably will get more mileage out of something like a MOZA R5 than the G29. But again, it comes down to budget, you know, and get whatever you can afford, and you'll have fun with either. But I'm just thinking about longevity if you really get into the sim racing. Resellability, I want to say, is probably pretty good. I mean, of the G29, you know, there are people that like Facebook Marketplace and stuff that are constantly dumping older gear. In fact, I had sold one not that long ago, but you won't get a ton of money for it. But like I had, so for example, before I had the MOZA, I had the Fanatec CSLDD set up, and I decided to migrate to MOZA because MOZA was just better for the money, in my opinion, as far as options and wheels and displays and everything. And I got pretty good money for it, you know. Okay, so I'm still reading. They are, so, you know, as far as direct drive, I'm in so much pain seeing a doctor tomorrow. Adrenalic. Oh no, adrenalic. But yeah, so like the direct drive gives a completely different feeling than gear driven, because here, let me change my screen for a second here. POV. So like, you know, with the wheel, see if I'm aiming properly. Right now, my force feedback's off, and actually it's very low right now. So it's very smooth and fluid. And when you go, like, say you're doing a rally, I think is one of the best places to notice it. When you hit a slippery surface, like your car sliding or ice or whatever, the wheel will turn, and there's almost no resistance. The problem with gear drive and belt drive is that there's always going to be drivetrain resistance of the device, if that makes sense. And that's the thing is, yeah, they all are just a motor driving a wheel, more or less, but the manner in which they do it, you know, the cheapest and easiest and most accessible one is the gear driven one. Next tier up is like the belt drives, very smooth, very fluid. And then the direct drives, you know, there's budget ones and there's super high end ones, and it comes down to what you want. So any noise out of your wheel, yes and no. So as far as noise, I don't, because I have headphones on, but gear drives are definitely noisier because you hear the drivetrain more or less, if that makes sense. I'm still reading your messages here. Yeah, so like it is. I mean, the base on this thing, if I had to give it a size, it's a block, and it's about 6 by 6 inches aluminum with cooling fins on it, and then on the inside of it is this giant, basically a giant brushless motor. And I think you said you're an electrical engineer, so you get it. So there's this giant brushless motor in there with all these motor positions, and it provides all the feedback. Now, you will find, I mean, there is noise in it, but that tends to be due to the telemetry of the game giving you that feedback. You're going to feel all the vibrations. You're going to feel all the input. It's going to beat you like hell. You know, and if you turn the gain all the way up on it, it's sending a lot of information. So, like, there have been some races where I have it jacked all the way up, and you can feel it. Yeah, I mean, and what if you could jack one again? You could, and honestly, if you go online, if you're savvy with electronics and you like to tinker, you might be able to. I have seen people create haptic feedback. I've seen them create motor setups and stuff like that. People that are really creative in doing stuff like that. But I think you got to be on a whole nother level to do that. And probably one of the biggest challenges is probably trying to get the game to talk to the wheelbase and actually translate all of that information that you want to feel while you're playing. But yeah, give it a try. Hey, just have fun with it, man. You know. Hey, Power Game 11. We're just chatting about wheelbases, pros, cons between direct drive versus gear drive versus belt drive. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you like to tinker with stuff, the sky's the limit, man. You can make. I've seen people that have created motion sim setups you know, with 4 jacks, 4 linear drives on the corners, and the whole thing moves around. So, you know, if you've got the know-how and you've got the technology and you've got the desire to tinker, sure, give it a try. But to go back to, you know, your original question, if you're looking to buy a wheel to get into sim racing, and it's going to cost you, say, $300 to do like the G29 or whatever, I would just save up wait another month, save up a little bit of money, get yourself something like a MOZA set up, one of the low end, you know, one of the beginner ones like the R5 bundle or whatever, and I think you'll get a lot more satisfaction out of that, if that makes sense. Or I'll wait and see if I get a response, because I'm probably going to log out in just a second. Talking about technology, I'm watching the mini series on Chernobyl, which is all about technology gone wrong. But yeah, so yeah, Power Game. I'm actually just about to log out here, so I got to be done for tonight. I just did my race for the night, and then I may try to get on again tomorrow night and try to do some LeMans Ultimate. I need to see what the schedule is going to show this week. But yeah, no, good luck. And if you Trickster, and if you create something, come back on and talk about the luck, or talk about your luck and your success in it. But I definitely, like I said, I would definitely, you know, if you were going to buy something, I'd probably give it another month and just save up and do it. But anyways, I'm going to log out, and I want to say thank you to everybody. Here, I'm going to change my screen real quick. Boom. Okay. I want to say thank you to everybody who came on to watch me race. Sorry it was such a lame race with only about 8 cars on the field, but it was fun and it was a good chat, and got to BS with some people about sim racing, and that's always a good time. But again, thanks everybody for coming on. Sorry I'm still fighting this cold. I'll be on probably a couple more times this week, and probably another time or two before we have to head to Florida. But want to thank everybody. Please hit the like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Love to see people around, and hope everybody has a great week, and peace. Catch you later.